A very smart man, a very successful man by the name of Jim Rohn, if you need to know who he is. He's no longer alive, but for many years he was a motivational and success trainer. Jim Rohn once said that don't start your day until it's finished on paper. Let me repeat that. Don't start your day until it's finished on paper. Or as I like to put it in a nutshell, plan tomorrow today. So let's talk about that. Here's how to spend the last 5 minutes of each day. So you start your day at 7 perhaps, maybe earlier, a little bit later, you have lunch, and then you close up at around 5, 6, or something similar to this. You have your entire day. The point being that the last 5 minutes, that little tiny sliver, and it is a little tiny sliver at the end of your day, what you want to use, what do you want to do with that last 5 minutes is plan for tomorrow. So create a simple task list using some of the strategies and ideas that we've talked about in some of the other maps that represents what you want to get done for tomorrow. Do it today and not tomorrow. It's easy to sit there and think, you know what, I'll just do this tomorrow. I've got to do it tomorrow. Why mess with it tonight? Well, there are some very important and good reasons why you want to do it today and not tomorrow. We're going to talk about three of them. Why plan tomorrow for today? The first one is that it gives you control. So if you wait until tomorrow to plan your day, what typically happens? Well, you start your day with emails, you start your day with interruptions perhaps, people wanting things, and you are approaching the planning process of your day, if you start it that way, trying to figure out how to fit in what you need to fit in while dealing with all these other fires that you need to put out. And that's not the best mindset to plan your day. Whereas if you take the time out of at the end of your day to plan tomorrow, you're not under those pressures. Those pressures aren't affecting you. Those demands aren't affecting you the night before because they don't exist. And so as a result of that, you can plan with a lot more of a rational mind. You can see clearly exactly what needs to be done, not because of stress, not because of anxieties that come upon you if you waited until the next day, but you can do it with calmness and you can do it with rationality. So that's one of the reasons why you want to plan tomorrow today, the night before, so you can have that sense of a rational mind when you're doing the planning process. Two, and this is a biggie, very, very biggie, is that when you plan tomorrow today, it activates your brain's power to find answers. So you plant the seed in your brain of what you want to accomplish, and it knows in advance that, okay, I've got to accomplish these things tomorrow. And in your subconscious mind, it goes to work. And throughout the rest of the evening until the next morning, what it does is it finds solutions, it finds ideas, it thinks of strategies, it remembers tools that you can use to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish on your task list. So you're giving your brain time to come up with these ideas, solutions, tools, and things by planning the night before. If you plan the morning that you're doing the work, you don't get the same advantage. Your brain needs time to activate this mechanism. But once it's activated, you'll be amazed at the kind of intuitive things that come to you and you say, "Oh wow, I've got this task to do and I thought about it overnight and this tool, I remembered this tool, I remembered this strategy for getting it done." That only happens by planning the night before. The third thing, and this is also a very important factor, is that tomorrow doesn't weigh on your mind. How many times do you leave work and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've got this to do, that to do, this to do, this to do, and it's just weighing on your mind. It feels like 1,000-pound weight because you don't see clearly what needs to be done. But if you plan, if you take this little sliver of 5 minutes and plan the night before, then your plan makes it all those things that you have to do feel like a little bit of a balloon that floats. You know, it just lifts that weight off your mind. You don't have to think about it because you already have a plan. How awesome is that? And so this is a much better experience, but you only get that experience by creating your plan the day before, letting it go, knowing that it's all taken care of. What a weight off your mind. And that's what planning the day before does to you. And when you fail to plan, you know what happens, right? You plan to fail. And so it's a really bad idea to go into tomorrow without some kind of game plan in place, but it's always better to have a game plan the night before. So here's the challenge in your next actions. At the end of today, spend 3 to 5 minutes, and it doesn't take very long. It'll get faster as you do this more and more. But spend 3 to 5 minutes creating a simple action plan, things that you want to get done tomorrow. And then the important thing is after that, let it go. Let it go. Let it turn into this balloon that just feels so good that you're not worrying about it, and let your brain go to work finding solutions. And then tomorrow, with your game plan in front of your face, before you start work, take a look at everything that you want to do, that you need to do, that you wrote down the night before. Review it, think it over real quick, and then get to work. Take action on it. And plan tomorrow today.